Hey guys, Chodesh Tov. Today is וחודש Tamuz, and this week's Parshat is Parshat Chukat. So, what are these names? What's the name Tamuz of this month, and what's the name Chukat of this Parsha? What do they mean? So, we'll start with the month. Tamuz is none other than a name of an idol. There was an idol that was called Tamuz. It was basically a idol, and they put fire inside this idol, and the eyes of the idol were made out of some sort of metal that melted, or they put water inside it, and it looked like the idol was crying when they put water when they put fire inside this idol. So why do we call the name of our Jewish months from an idol? So the names that we have nowadays, Tamuz, Av, Elul, Tishrei, the names of the months that we use are not really the Torah names of the month. It's names that came with us from Babylon, from Bavel, that when we were in exile in Bavel, we got these names, and we adopted these names. But they're not the Torah names that the Torah calls these months. The Torah gives the names of the months usually by the numbers, from Nisan, from Pesach. Nisan is the first month, second, third, fourth. So this is the fourth month. Now the Parsha is Parshat Chukat. Why is the Parsha called Chukat? So the Parsha is called Chukat off the first, one of the topics of the Parsha. One of the topics in the Parsha is the red heifer. And the red heifer is called a Chukat. It's called a chok. A chok is a type of mitzvah. We have three types of mitzvahs. There's chukim, mishpatim, and eduyot. Chukim are mitzvahs which we don't understand the reason for. It's illogical. Doesn't make any sense. Meaning it's counter-logical, like the red heifer, as we're going to see in a moment. Mishpat is something which we could relate to. And edut is it's a testimony, something to remember, or a testimony, or remembering something which happened, like Shabbos, remembering the world was created, God created the world, or Sukkot, remember that God put us inside Sukkot when we came out of Egypt, etc. So why is the red heifer so counter-logical? Red heifer is when someone gets unpure, when someone is in contact with a dead body, so he's impure, and to become pure, he has to be sprinkled with this water of the red heifer. They burn a red heifer, and also red heifer is very strange. It has to be completely red. Never was used for any work, and all sorts of strange laws. They burn the red heifer, they put the ashes inside water, and they sprinkle this water on the person which was in contact with a dead body, and he becomes pure. But what's so logical over here is that the person which sprinkles the water on the impure person to make him pure himself becomes impure. So it's very counterintuitive. The water is making someone pure, and the person which is sprinkling on the other person becomes impure. So it's very, very strange, and that's why this mitzvah is adopted the name Chukat, chok, because it's so illogical. So we have the three types of mitzvahs: a chok, mishpat, and edut. The chok is something which is counterintuitive, doesn't make sense. Mishpat is something which we could relate to, like don't kill, don't steal. You have tzedakah, it's stuff that we could relate to. And mishpat is stuff which don't make sense, like the red heifer, which are counterintuitive. But also the mitzvahs which do make sense, like don't steal, don't kill, also they are not completely intuitive. Because if it was completely intuitive, the Torah wouldn't have to say it. God wouldn't have to tell us, because we would know it already by ourselves. We would know, just don't kill. Why does the Torah have to say don't kill? So there are times which it still is not intuitive, it's counterintuitive, but we could relate to the mitzvah, It is a little bit logical. We could understand it. We could understand don't kill. But when it comes to certain extents of not killing, someone which is in a lot of pain and wants to they want to be killed, so still we're not allowed to kill them. So don't kill is not completely intuitive, because if it was completely intuitive, the Torah wouldn't have to say it. Like we have a mitzvah of brachas, saying a bracha before eating. It doesn't say it anywhere in the Torah, but we have to say brachas. Why? The fact that the logic dictates that we have to say bracha, and it's why our sages tell us we have to say brachas, because it's intuitive. The Torah doesn't have to say it. It's a mitzvah, but the Torah doesn't have to say the mitzvah because it's so intuitive. Don't kill. There are times when you're not allowed to kill, even though you would want to kill. Also, do not steal. We have Robin Hood. Is he a righteous person? You might think that he would be righteous, but the Torah does not call him righteous. You're not allowed to steal. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. Robin Hood would steal from the rich and give to the poor. It doesn't matter how much the person is rich, you still can't steal from him and give to the poor. So everyone should have a great month and a great Shabbos. And this month, B'ezrat Hashem, we will. This month we start mourning the 3 weeks of mourning for the temple which was destroyed. So B'ezrat Hashem we'll get the Mashiach Bekarov, and we won't have to start mourning this month. And the days of mourning, the 3 months of mourning for the temple will turn into happy days, and it would be happy days and celebrations. So B'ezrat Hashem we'll get Mashiach this month, and we have a great Shabbos.